This is Chapter 2, Section 7, Try, Test, and Revise, where we're given a problem with two variables. It's actually a system of linear equations, and you'll learn lots of ways to solve these throughout your math career. But right now, what we're going to do is try out numbers, see if they work, and when they don't, try different numbers. So, what you have to realize is that you always have enough information to solve the problem. You just have to figure out how to use that information. So I've started the first one. This is straight from your packet. The length of a rectangle is 9 inches greater than the width. The area is 36 inches squared. Find the dimensions. So I drew a little diagram because diagrams help me. I'm given the width. Actually, I'm not given the width, but I am given the fact that the length is 9 inches greater than the width. So I know there's a relationship there. I'm also given that when I multiply width times length to get area, my area is 36 inches squared. So now I can try and test and revise. I can try out numbers using those relationships and see if they work. So let's say I chose 1 for the width. I know that my length is 9 greater than the width. I'm just going to write myself a little note, w plus 9. So that length has to be 10 since I chose 1 for the width. So now what's the area if I multiply them together? 1 times 10 is 10. Since that does not equal 36, I know that these are not my answers. What if I try 2? 2 for the width, that means the length is going to be 2 plus 9, 11. To get the area using 2 and 11, I do 2 times 11 is 22, which does not equal 36. So these are not the answers. I'll try out 3. If my width is 3, that means my length is 3 plus 9, or 12. 3 times 12 is 36. That would make these my answers. So the width is 3, and the length is 12. You can try number 2 on your own. Number 3, I'm given a bunch of different numbers, but they all have something in common. The sums of the two numbers, so when you add them together, I'm given a sum. Two integers added together will equal negative 12. Also, I'm given the product. Product is multiplication. So in this case, the product of whatever these two numbers are will equal 36. Now I can just try out numbers and make sure that they fit both of these conditions. So why don't I just start with, let's see, negative 1. Wait a second. These are negative. This is positive. I should probably remember the rule that a negative times a negative equals a positive. So let's see, I'll try out, why don't I try out like 4, no, I'll just start at the start. 1, negative 1, and negative 1 plus, that would be negative 11 equals negative 12. Oh, but I already know negative 1 times negative 11, and that's going to equal positive 11. So those are not my answer. Why don't I try 3? Negative 3 plus, let's see, it would be negative 9. If I'm trying negative 3, I know that my other number has to be negative 9 for these to add up to negative 12. Negative 3 times negative 9 equals positive 27. So it's not those. What about negative 6 and negative 6? Those equal negative 12, and negative 6 times negative 6 equal positive 36. There are my answers. Try part C here. The sum is negative 12 again. The product is 32. I haven't tried 4 yet, so I'll try negative 4 plus, and then negative 8 would equal negative 12. And then, let's see, negative 4 times negative 8 equals positive 32. There I go, first try. Now I'll do number 4 with you. Jess had 3 more nickels than dimes for a total of $1.50. How many of each coin did he have? Well, we have background knowledge about what a nickel and a dime are. A dime is 0.10, 10 cents, or 10% of a dollar, is worth 10 cents. A nickel is worth 5 cents, 0.05. I'm given that however many dimes I have 3 more nickels. So I can use that information to figure out exactly how many I have. So I can just test. Let's say I have, I don't know, 10 dimes, I guess. Let's say I have 10 dimes. So 10 dimes times 0.10 is $1. I would have $1 in dimes. If I said I have 10 dimes, I have 3 more nickels. That means I have 13 nickels. 13 times 0.05 is, let's see, 13 times 5 would be 5, 1. That would be 65 cents. If I add those two up, I get $1.65. So it's not 10 and 13. But what about, let's say, if I had 9 dimes, that means I would have 12 nickels, because 9 plus 3 is 12. So 9 dimes times 10.10 equals 0.90. I have 90 cents for my dimes, and I have 12 times 0.05 would be 60 cents. So 90 cents plus 60 cents equals $1.50. There we go. So I know I have 9 dimes and 12 nickels.